Do you ever look back fondly on a movie that you think was really good when you were a kid and just like get really excited to rewatch it, and then you do and you realize it's hot garbage? Like, do you ever look back and think to yourself, yes, that movie was lit. I loved that movie when I was a kid. And then you watch it as an adult and you realize it's really bad. That's what happened here. Flubber was released in 1997. It was written by the late, great John Hughes and Bill Walsh and directed by Les Mayfield. And this is probably my least favorite John Hughes film. Until now, it was actually the Christmas Vacation film, the National Lampoon movie, which for some reason I don't like at all. I think the comedy is garbage in that movie. Feel free to disagree with me. But this movie is definitely worse than that. It really, truly is. And no spoilers, although it's hard to spoil this film. The general idea is about this scientist who is in love with this woman who he's supposed to marry 3 times but keeps forgetting, which is a stupid plot line. We'll get there. And he kind of sort of accidentally discovers this weird material called flubber, which is rubber that can move. They don't really explain what flubber is. It's this weird substance that you can like spray on things, but it's also a solid. It's like if slime, you know that slime you can like play with. If it was super bouncy and then also had a mind of its own, that's what flubber is. And it's about him and his robot having romantic issues. Don't know what that's about. And it's about him basically trying to get with his fiancée. Where do I start? I guess we should start with the first plot line, which is Robin Williams. His character is Philip Brainerd, which is a stupid name. He has a fiance, and he keeps forgetting to go to the wedding to get married. So the third time it happens, which is the time that he discovers Flubber, she's like, I'm never talking to you again. Which, like, I feel like at that point, you probably could have gone to him and be like, hey, listen, I know you're pissed, okay? I forgot the wedding, but I discovered this substance is going to make us a ton of money. I feel like she'd be back on board, right? Like, if I were getting married to someone and they missed the wedding, right? At first, yeah, I'd be devastated, I'd be crushed. The next time I saw them, they'd be like, hey, I'm sorry I missed the wedding, but here is a lifetime supply of money I just found. I'd be like, cool, next Sunday work for you? Like, I just feel like there's a level of, like, understanding there that was missed out. And yeah, this is his third time missing a wedding. And I don't like that they didn't talk about the other times. They didn't even mention why he forgot the other times. Did he invent other stuff too? Are those also as breathtaking as Flubber? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know, but I also think that the plot line there was dumb. This didn't have to be the third time, and it was easily avoidable. But the main reason he forgets is because his robot, which acts as his calendar, is also a love interest in the film, which creeped me out a little bit, not gonna lie, but also is really weird because he's this floating robot, and robots in movies don't have feelings. It's just true. It's a law basically in filmmaking. And she's like, I love this guy, so I'm not gonna have him marry her. But then by the end of the film, she's like, screw it, have fun. And it's like, well, you're a robot. Like, if he knew that she loved him, he could just program her to not do that. And then there's this really dramatic thing that happens at the end with this robot that really pissed me off. But anyway, about an hour into the film, there's this big basketball game where he uses the flubber and he's gonna go get his girl back. And I'm like, yes, great, the movie's ending. It's gotta be, this feels like a third act thing. And obviously, after he shows her what the flubber can do, she's gonna wanna get back with him. Nope. The basketball game ends, and I'm like, okay, how much longer? It's gonna be like 3 or 4 minutes before credits roll. I press the pause button. We have 45 minutes left. I'm like, what happened? What happened in the writer's room that this was in the second act? I'm so confused. And the worst part is that she's like, oh, that's pretty cool, bye, and then leaves. I'm like, what? Like, he just invented this super cool thing that could make you so much money, and you're just gonna walk away from that? Like, even if you don't love him, I feel like to a certain extent, she probably would have done that, because she's an awful person too. Like, I don't like her as a character. I don't like Brainerd as a character. So I don't really care if they get together, but they should make a decision faster. Like, it's about him trying to get her to do it. And I don't understand why, because he doesn't even seem to really love her until the very end. Because when he doesn't show up to the wedding, and she's like, I don't love you anymore, we're done. He's like, okay. Flubber! And I'm like, oh my god, why? I can't relate. The CGI is pretty cool, though. I will say the CGI is pretty good. And the music isn't bad either. I do think that the music was fine. I forgot who did this one. I want to say it was Hans Zimmer, but that seems unlikely. But I guess it's possible. It was fine. The music was fine. This movie is bonkers and crazy and bad. And when I was a kid, I had it on VHS, and I used to watch it all the time, clearly not understanding the plot. Because had I understood the plot, I would have been even less interested as a kid. And it felt like a weird plot for a kid's movie, too, because kids don't understand this kind of thing. But I guess it worked, because I liked it as a kid. I'm like, hey, a bouncing green ball, it has arms. I'm like, cool, I'm all in, I'm sold. Unfortunately, as an adult, it takes a little bit more than that to hold my attention, so I'm going to have to go ahead and give Flubber a D-. Have you guys seen Flubber? Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about Flubber. I know some people like this movie. I can't get behind it. I can't get behind it at all. It is available on Disney+. If you have Disney+, you can check it out there if you are interested. But I just want to thank every single one of you for watching the video. I really appreciate you, and please consider subscribing if you liked the video. I had a whole lot of fun watching this and recording this video, because I had been looking forward to watching this for a while, and I was incredibly disappointed, and I was like, opportunity for a really good video. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe. It would help me out a whole lot. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.